Now, this year, the big weekend on the waterfront is part of the Asia Pacific Touring Car Champs, which hit the streets of Macau near China last weekend.
Formula One, it ain't. But for a growing number of people in world motorsport, touring car racing is a not-so-bad substitute for the one they call the ultimate. Especially the new era 2-litre Super Tourers, the cars featured in the '94 Asia Pacific Touring Car Championship. Hey, some people even prefer this world to the glamorous, glitzy Grand Prix existence. Take Motorola Pages Racing team manager Peter Wall, for instance. When he stood out on the pit wall at Japan's Fuji Speedway for the Asia Pacific opening round in October, there was a sense of deja vu. In '76, he managed a Lotus win for Mario Andretti in a wet Japanese F1. Having been there at the Formula One pinnacle, how come he switched to touring cars?
I stopped racing with Formula One in '89 really because I was finding I was no longer able to spend enough time doing what I wanted to do, which was to spend time in the garage with the mechanics and in the workshop at the factory, because the funding levels had got so enormous that the majority of my commitment seemed to be spending time with sponsors and at functions and that sort of thing.
From the same team comes more opinion that F1 isn't for everyone. Motorola Pages driver Tim Harvey is good enough to win a British touring car title and claim major races like Macau, but he says,
I think I probably would readily admit that I wouldn't have been a Prost or a Senna or a Schumacher. I think that you could take a lot of good racing drivers and make them into competent Formula One drivers. There's a lot of guys in Formula One who have paid to get in the cars and who probably aren't worthy of the drive.
Touring car star Steve Soper judges himself in an F1 light.
For me to compete against the likes of Senna, no, but for me to compete against the likes of the others who are still finishing on the podium, I believe that I could do that.
Soper's teammate Joe Winkelhock has tried F1 at the bottom end of the field and was happy to escape.
So this was the bad experience, but also it was a good thing, because not everything, not only Formula One is the biggest thing in the world.
Soper also raises a doubt or two about GP drivers coping with touring car compromises.
They're so spoilt with a Grand Prix car that it's a proper racing car and does what they expect it to do, where these cars don't.
Race 1 at the Macau second round of the Asia Pacific Champs. So now Steve demonstrates what he means, brushing the barriers on lap 1 and losing ground to Smoke and Joe. Japanese-based Brit Anthony Reid, a star of the opening Japanese round, initially leads. But an electrical fault sees Winkelhock blast past. Whoa, Joe! After a disappointing first round for the new Motorola Pages team, Harvey badly wants a good result here. Besides, it's his birthday. But fourth, behind Winkelhock, Soper and Tom Christensen's Toyota, is as good as it gets. Behind, teammate Justin Bell also has a big improvement, fighting his way by Nee Amarim's Opel, then goes on to Toshio Suzuki's Sunny. A brush with the wall cost the Nissan man 2, and Bell is 7th. Smoke and Joe is the man, ahead of Soper, Toyota driver Christensen and Harvey. Race 2 is a Joe Winkelhock repeat, despite a blistering start from Bell's Motorola Pages BMW. Christensen leads, at least for a while. Kasami, on the other hand, crashes. But the little German doesn't get it easy. Soper reveling and pressuring his teammate all the way. Reid charges from the back, eventually making it up to third, leaving Christensen, Harvey, Charles Kwan and Bell strung out behind. And that's it. The 2 wins means Winkelhock has clinched the Asia Pacific title. For Tim Harvey, there's been no 33rd birthday wish granted. Just this from Motorola Page's teammate Bell.